My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Round of applause for William. Okay, what work do they actually do? William thinks that the Royals' work doesn't carry the same value as healthcare workers or charity workers. Alright, 2 minutes and 34 seconds, screenshot. Let me go into it so it could be bigger. Oh, not so much bigger. Alright, let's listen. That's Jeremy Vine. Where is he? Is he out?
Basically, what is this work that they do? I mean, to work health workers in 12-hour shifts, coal miners, charity workers in places like Gaza, his biggest work will be counting his bank account, which part of it is taking money for the RNLI, the health service and the prisons. And let's be honest about it, I think Mike's after a knighthood. He's waiting an operation where they can jump the health list, and also they're gutless because they never have a debate with ordinary people. Sit down with a panel of ordinary people and we'll see what ordinary people question them and how good they are for the country.
So you don't consider it proper work, what he does?
Of course it's not proper work. Of course it's not. The man never knew. He was up the Highlands not long ago and he couldn't cut a ribbon for an event up there. They had to show him how to cut a ribbon with a big sword thing. I mean, it's pathetic how we look up to these people. And when you really look closely at them, they're not a very nice family deep down.
But William, are you saying that only certain types of work count when it comes to industry? Because I'm absolutely agreeing with you. It's privileged work. It's public work. It's work that comes with huge agency and recognition. But it is work, isn't it? If you have to do it, if it's a commitment for which you're remunerated, that's work.
It's work any film star in Britain could do, or anybody for the theatre, anybody like that could do. There's nothing thinking it. It's all laid on. I mean, the worst thing in television is reading an autocue. That's basically what they do. They're told what to say.
Yeah, that's put in your place, Georgie.
How dare you with that?
Can I just finish with, the only time you see them on the television is they're doing publicity which suits them, which makes them look good, but they never get challenged by anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you see, William, you forget that each night a red box arrives at Buckingham Palace or Clarence House, wherever the King's living, and he spends...
Okay. What I'm gonna raise have absolutely nothing to do with the discussion. Okay? This guy is gonna appear on TV. This is the way he kept his shirt up. Okay, I can understand he may not want to wear a tie, but at least button the shirt. I don't want to see your chest. What the hell is this? And the thing look all flumpy on him. Okay, let's get back to this.
Spends hours going through those papers of government because he is the head of state. Yeah, that is very hard work, believe me. I don't know if you ever tried it, but you read 120 documents between 9 and 11 in the evening, keep yourself on top of what's going on. It is hard work, honestly.
Yeah, but it's a rubber stamp job. He doesn't have to read
rubber stamp,
all the letters in the
but
box.
he's got to be aware of what's going on.
I mean, it is privileged work, but turning up to these events, like, you have to...
That goes for her as well. I didn't have to see between her boobs. Okay? What the hell? But okay.
Travel and speak to
yeah, but he can't do anything else. He was born into the job. He has to do it. He didn't choose it. He didn't suddenly say, I'm going to apply for the job of king. So, therefore, it's duty with hard work.
Okay. Now, to part of the discussion here. What the guy just said here, I sort of an agreement with him. Why do I agree with him? Because Charles, that was his place. But the problem that I see with the royals in general, yes, he has to read all those documents and all of that. But the documents that, in my humble opinion, okay, I'm millions of miles away from him, in another country, different continent. From my perspective, what I think they're doing, when they're reading all those bunch of documents, it's not to benefit the country as a whole. It seems like it's to benefit him alone and his family. If it's something to benefit the country, how things is gonna be, to help the poor or whatever, the country as a whole. It doesn't seem that's what he's reading, why he is reading all those documents for. Okay, it's to benefit him, more money for himself, how he could get more raise and things like that for doing minimum. Alright, so that's that. The video finished, by the way. Let me read some of the comments and then go back. The royal family are collecting money from the poor subjects because they live their lavish lifestyle inside this institution of oppression, all tax-free, raking in billions of pounds for doing nothing, cutting a rope. They are embarrassment to the British people. Since we are no longer allowed to have national pride, there is no value in monarchy as a symbol of that. In World War II, the monarchy was a rallying point. Hitler then called the Queen Mother the most dangerous woman in Europe for nothing. Work, using that term rather loosely there, perfectly said royal don't work, shaking hands, collecting flowers, chatting for 20 minutes, and definitely not effing work. William telling us more truth than anybody else ever have on the Jeremy Vine show. Yeah, the William person is the one who called in, not William the Prince in waiting. Alright, so this was the squaddy who tweeted that. I agree with everything this caller said. The royal family a bunch of squanders and parasites. Next one. This is JTB. Alright, let's see here. Good people doing good things always end up in the same rooms. Meghan, Harry, and Anthony Joshua feels aligned in that quiet, confident way that doesn't need hype. Respect recognizes respect, and the vibe says it all. Okay? Meghan, Harry, and Anthony, when good people do good things, they always end up in the same room. Okay, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. I have some tweet regarding Anthony Joshua. Let me see. Maybe I should put it next. Yeah, I do have some stuff regarding Anthony Joshua. Alright, let me pause and move some stuff around. I just did a completely 360. Lucky I remember my list. So I have several tweets regarding Anthony Joshua and the fight that took place. Okay, so let's listen to this. I read that already. Let's listen. Screenshot. Okay.
Also mixed with royalty. Prince Harry himself. What did he ask you to take part in his Radio 4 program?
Yeah, there's a picture. He asked me to
yeah.
take part in his Radio 4 program. It was an honour, you know.
Yeah.
Is that before or after you hit him? It's like he's recovering from the blow.
That's me smiling at the 6 security guards watching me as well.
Honestly, when good people are really out here doing good things, they don't need to find each other. They just do. And that's exactly the energy with Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, and Anthony Joshua. Every time their paths cross, it just looks and feels easy breezy. Harry moves with purpose and heart. Meghan brings warmth, awareness, and that calm confidence that makes everyone around her feel seen. Anthony Joshua stays grounded, disciplined, and humble, no matter how big his career gets. Different worlds, same moral compass. That's why Made by Sport made sense. Harry and Anthony linking up there wasn't random at all. It was about two people who care about lifting up others, recognizing each other's work. And you see the same energy play out in smaller moments too. Like Commonwealth Day. Meghan and Harry stopping to engage with Anthony, instead of just walking on. That's how people move when they genuinely respect each other. And then there's Anthony's Graham Norton appearance, which honestly was so endearing. He was so warm, so humble, and had nothing but respect for Prince Harry.
Real humble guy. Really cool guy.
That comment about giving Harry his flowers for taking one of the sisters.
Big respect to Harry, you know. He took one of the sisters.
You go to the afters. You go to the afters. The disco. Yeah.
You know. See if you got any sisters,
So cute, so playful, so full of admiration without trying to impress anyone. You could tell it came from a genuine place. So when you see these three connected, It's not about labels or headlines. It's about values attracting values. Good people doing good things. Those people run naturally in the same circles. And that kind of quiet, respectful alignment always speaks louder than any forced engagements ever do.
Okay, I didn't even know this was about Anthony Joshua. I've told you before, whenever I see JTB's videos, I don't even need to read anything. I quickly put it on the list for me to share with you. So this is why I had to pause and change some stuff around, because I have some more tweets regarding Anthony Joshua. So it seems like he went to look, JTB went to look and find this video, because one of the videos that he shared was the very first time he came across Anthony Joshua, and then he gave his flowers. I was just shaking my head as I was listening to him talking about him. But anyway, let me read some of the comments and then go to the next one. How come you didn't show Anthony meeting Princess Meghan, Harry, and the Commonwealth? He did. He did put a picture. He didn't show the video, but he did put a... let me see if I could find it. He didn't show the video. Maybe further in. Okay, I don't want to waste time. Maybe when I'm editing. Okay, so almost nearby. Oh, there it. Oops. I saw. There it is. He did. There it is. He showed a picture. Right there. Alright, so there's that. No sound because the broadcasting hosts were just talking shit. Alright, let me just go through it really quickly because I'm gonna have to take screenshot that they are here. Look at Harry. It's just common interest that they have and they keep in touch. I mean, Harry, I think, truly knows the people of the UK. This is why he's always defending. I mean, I'll not say always, but couple interviews that he always speak highly of the Brits. Okay? He truly knows the people. Even when he went to the Obama Foundation, I always share some parts that of that interview that he did with Melody Hobson, is that he brought in, he was talking about some of the people in the UK where he went into the neighborhood and find what those people needed and he went to help them.
It takes a bit of getting used to, but as I said, you know, it's once you understand the privileged position that you're in, you've then got to spend the rest of your life earning that privilege and giving back and also gaining the trust and respect of the general public and then using that position for good.
What helped you to understand that position that you were in?
Spending 10 years in the military was one.
And what did that do for you?
I think I wouldn't say it changed my outlook on life, but there were certainly experiences that I went through during those 10 years that not only was I surrounded by normal people on a day-to-day basis and being able to share and talk about everyday issues that they were going through, but it was a grounding moment for me as well. You know, wearing the same uniform as all of the people that I was serving with, getting an opportunity to serve your country on operations, but also being part of a family. And that's not just the guys and the girls that were wearing the uniform, but also the wives, the girlfriends, the kids. That whole network of support was huge. But I think my understanding of service and duty became really, really ingrained, or it was given to me by my service in the military, because that's what it's all about. And you're taking young people from some of the most deprived cities and towns across the UK for the British Armed Forces, and I know it's the rest for the rest of the world as well. But you're taking some people who've had some really, really hard upbringings and hard backgrounds, and you're training them to be ambassadors. You're training them to be fighters, but you're training them to be brothers in arms with each other as well. And I think that's an incredibly powerful tool to be able to do. And I have a huge amount of respect for anybody, whatever their background is, to be able to serve your country like that. I get all of my passion, inspiration, and energy from young people, and that is from from the ages of 6 or 7 in the Caribbean, when you get a 6-year-old turning around to you and telling you exactly how much damage your country and the developed world is causing them, all the way to 28, 30-year-olds who at some point in their life have already a better understanding of duty and service than I ever did at that age, because it's all about giving back. So I think that, look, lots of people say that, oh, your job of traveling the world is wonderful. Of course it's wonderful, but when we get sent to some countries, we don't always get to see the beautiful parts. We're always there trying to deal with some of the issues, but also doing everything we can to bring people together to make change, to make positive change. And it's an absolute joy and a privilege to meet the younger generation of change makers across the world who genuinely believe in the fact that they, as a single person and as a group and as a community and as a nation, not only can change their country, but can change the world as well. And that is what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis.
This is exciting. So Chantal is here from Nottingham, and David is here from Pullman. So we're going to tell your stories, but before I do that, I want to use you to help me introduce Chantal's story, because we're going to start with her. One of your programs is called Full Effect. And Full Effect is
It's one of their programs.
Well, where the Royal Foundation has gotten deeply involved. Is that fair to say? Adopted would not be the right word, but certainly you've created it together in some ways, right?
In short, before I went to Afghanistan in 2012, turned around to the Royal Foundation said, please find somewhere where a community which is suffering from youth violence and knife crime, of which we can go into and try and help them, but it's got to be led by them. And then I think it was April 2013, arrived in Nottingham, chosen by the Royal Foundation, and met this incredible group of young people that, in their way, were trying to do everything they could, but had been let down so many times by other organizations and other people. Not just some people had struggled. Once again, they come in thinking they knew exactly how to do it, and they were a letdown. And you could see it in their faces. So all we wanted to do was try to work out what already existed. You know, CRS existed, the community recording studio, headed up by Trevor Rose, and Epic Partners, of which Chantal was part of. Those two organizations existed. I think they worked 200 meters apart in St. Anne's in Nottingham. They'd never met each other.
Okay.
So that was a classic example of us coming and going, right, who do you guys recommend? They said, them and them. Right, you guys interested in working together? Let's make this happen. And it was all led by them.
Okay, he truly knows the people of the UK. So there's him here with Anthony Joshua. All right, let's see here. Great video. There's that. Yeah, he did show the picture. This is the picture that JTB showed. There they are here. I like that smile of that young lady at the bottom, right in the center. Okay, just genuine, great young man. I love it. Thanks for sharing. Good people gravitate towards each other. Yeah, I was thinking when he said that, and I was thinking common interests, this kind of thing. There's a video that I saw of Anthony Joshua with a goose. He's leading the goose to its little duckling. I don't know what you call the babies. I love this. I hope they see him while he's in the States this time. Anthony Joshua, you can tell he's a beautiful soul, and he is beautiful. Okay, if you get to meet Harry in real life, you will see how humble he is. When my husband met him at a club, he pulled a 20-pound note out and said, "It's a head effing looking at Nen on notes, please." Let's block this. All right. So this is the things that I wanted to put next. I've shared this video before, but for the sake of this video that I'm talking in, I had to put this, okay, to show you the beginning of the next one that I'm gonna share with you. All right, this was so fun. It's a little banter between American and Brits, okay, women, American women and African American women and black Brits, okay. There's the caption saying "laughing my ass off." Let's listen to her. There will be screenshot, and you probably already seen it. This is like the third time I'm sharing it with you.
My UK sisters were under attack. We are under attack, okay? The US girlies and beyond are finding out about Anthony Joshua. I'm surprised that so many people didn't know he existed before this, but they're finding out, and we need to hold on to him, okay? We have about 5 good-looking men in this country, yeah? And we need to hold on to them. We already lost one. We lost Damson. Damson's gone.
The first time I heard her saying Damson, I thought that was another word, because sometimes the squaddies be talking in code, changing the name of people. I thought she meant Harry, but when I look it up, it's a different person. Okay, that real name is Damson. All right, let's continue.
Who's the rest of them? Can't even think off the top of my head. We've lost Damson to an American girl. We can't lose Anthony Joshua. We cannot. So please, if you've just found out about him, please leave him for us. Thank you very much.
Keep that in mind. I'm gonna read some of the comments for the sake of this video, but keep that video in mind. There's me here. Oh boy, some English men are being taken by American women. Secure your men. That's me throwing back shade. So there's Tom Holland. Okay, I think they are married now. With Zendaya, American. Okay, I took screenshot of their overview where they were born. Alright, Zendaya, America, California, Oakland, California, and Tom Holland from the UK. Okay, so and then there's the golden ticket. Megan took her prince and then left. Alright, so there's some comments here. Y'all lost Aaron Pierre to Tiana too. Haha. Oh, there's one comment. Let's see what they say here. A Harlem girl at that. They never getting Aaron Pierre back. Laughing my ass off. Yeah, that's like the heart of African American in New York. Alright, how do you say nope in UK? Nope, I don't know, but it's a curtain. Come visit him in New York, I assume. There's all of that. I mean, I don't know why I love this tweet. Not the video in particular. It's the kind of banter that's going between African American and Black Brits in the UK. I just love it. In the sense of the banter. Alright? But let's leave it alone. Okay? This is the next one. The reason I put this video, okay, is because of the next one. I had to show you this one before I show you that one. So, this is the caption. It just said, yep. So, this is Anthony Joshua. I believe this is called the Breakfast Club. Okay, that's Anthony Joshua talking about. Let's listen.
You have your perfect specimen of a woman that you want.
American women.
American women. Black American women?
Yeah,
White American women?
Black American women.
Oh, you like the sisters?
Yeah.
My brother. I would shake your hand, but it's bleeding. You have your perfect.
Okay, it's playing over. And this between. Did y'all see the Breakfast Club clip where he said he likes Black American women specifically? Let me copy this. Let me just throw the shade in that video. Let me pause and okay, I just copied that. Is that the video? Yep. Okay, so I paste that here. Let's go back to this. Let me read some of the comments here. Okay, he's gassing your heads up. The close woman to a Black American woman will be any other Black woman from Africa, Caribbean, or Europe. There are plenty of Black women in the UK. AJ baby mama, AJ a businessman. Okay, does he have a kid? Is that okay? I don't know. I was just going just by that. All right, this was posted 2 hours ago. Let me see. Does he have any? Let me pause for a second. Alright, so I asked Google, does Joshua Anthony has any kids? He does. Professional boxer Anthony Joshua has one child, a son named Joseph J.J. Joshua, born in 2015 to his ex-partner Nicole Osborne. Okay, let's see. Is she Brits? She probably is Brits. Anthony Osborne. Okay, so this is her. Don't know much about her. Let's see images. Pretty fit though. Pretty fit. The abs. Things didn't work out, I guess. Okay, let me not get too much into that. Things might be a bit sensitive. There's kids involved. I just wanted to know. Okay, let me leave that alone. So I'm only saying this because of what was posted too. I like to double check, okay? I like to double check the same way when Twitter told me that what is it? What's that? Ford Fiesta had issues when she was pregnant. I had to look, so I went to look. That's all. Even though I saw the picture, I had to look. All right, thank God I have a chance. So there's all of that. Let me leave that alone now, okay? Let's go to the next one. I just had to show you this because I came across it. Alright, so now this has to do, there's a video regarding the fight that took place. Let me pause. I don't know the full extent of this. I came across it. I just wanted to share it with you. Because in one video, I was talking about when Jake Paul was fighting Mike Tyson, and there were some chances where Tyson could knock him out, and Tyson didn't take the chance. So I saw this, I started listening to it, and I said, let me put it on the list. Alright, so if this is true, it really was Logan's shit talking from ringside and Jake's earlier racism that ultimately got Jake's ass handed to him. There's the laugh here, by the way. No one was going to believe this leprechaun versus was it Makeaboo scenario. Alright, so let's listen to this. Screenshot, okay? Oops, 1 minute and 21 seconds.
The Jake Paul fight script just got leaked and the details are absolutely insane. This script goes back to the initial promotion where he was supposed to fight a super underweight Gervonta Davis. But we now learn this fight was never supposed to happen. The plan was always to fight Anthony Joshua, but they started with a villain arc by positioning him against someone 70 pounds lighter. So when he goes to fight someone heavier instead, he looks like a hero underdog instead of the initial side. That's just the beginning. The script for the actual fight is set up for it to go the distance and Paul to be awarded the win by decision. As a result, Anthony Joshua is set to make between $65 and $90 million, an easy decision. They can't just have him take a fall. It would be too obvious he was pretending to get knocked out. So the plan is for him to start out leading. He's going to knock down Paul a couple times and jump out of the score. It's going to be the fight everyone expected. Later on in the fight, though, Paul is going to get some fresh life. Anthony Joshua is going to appear tired, and that's when Paul is going to get a couple knockdowns. We're going to go and be in the final round looking pretty much neck and neck. Now, the details aren't going to be perfect there, but the expectation is a dominant 8th and final round for Paul, so the memory in viewers is off the dominant fight. It's easier to sell this than a fake knockout, and when the judges award Paul the win, it won't look as bad because he just finished with such a crushing win.
In one video, I think that's the one I'm supposed to edit tonight, this one. There was some stuff that caught my attention. Where I started looking into Jake Paul's background. And I'm like, I never really... Okay, first of all, this is my disclaimer. I do not follow boxing. Yes, maybe back in the 90s when there's fight coming, let's say Tyson was fighting. I remember my aunt used to get HBO to watch it and things like that. That was my extent of boxing. Okay, yes, I will know some names here and there. Majority of them have already died and things like that. But when I was looking into Jake Paul's fight with Joshua, and I went back and looked, because like I said, I do not know much about boxing, but I know there are certain things that needs to take place before they could get in the ring without any gear. Okay, so I looked and it shows that it was in 2020, 5 years ago, and I was like, is that long enough for him to be at that professional level? I even searched to see if he was a pro, and they claim it was. And then I looked, because I do not know about anything about Joshua, what's his name? Joshua Anthony, is that his name? Or Anthony Joshua? I don't know much about him. So I looked that up as well to see his background. How long was he a professional to be in the ring with Jake Paul? Because in terms of experience. And I found out, I think Joshua was professional like in 2012. So I was like, okay, so he has experience. Okay, that's from someone who don't know anything. Okay, And I was like, that looked very suspicious. I didn't really like the compare, not because the American lost. I really don't care. As far as I'm concerned, they claim he's a MAGA. That other guy he was fighting with. So I really don't care. I was just looking to inform myself because a couple questions were popping up in my mind, and it just looks so weird. Now, after listening to this video, if it is true, that's my disclaimer. I don't know if what this guy just said on TikTok is true. If it is true, the sense that I'm starting to get about boxing, this is where those business people are getting involved into that sport instead of the way boxing used to take place. Okay, you know, you do the level of training and the amount of time of experience of proving yourself. You could take the beating and you could win or whatever. It seems like they are bypassing all of that, and then they start doing like a WWE kind of thing. Okay, doing those fake fighting. The reason I'm saying this, not only what this guy said, and other, plus another video that I saw where Mike Tyson was fighting with Jake Paul, and I saw the big opening where Tyson could have knocked him out, but he did not. So they were propping up Jake Paul to be the, how do they call it, big white hope kind of thing. So those type of fighting, I will not spend a dime to go and watch it, because they're trying to set up manufactured things and then they'll make million off of it. Alright, so boxing, I think, is not going to be the same anymore if this is the way that they're trying to. But it seems like Anthony Joshua didn't get the memo. He went and then knocked him out. And there's a video where they show, I feel embarrassed for him. Was it Jake Paul? Where his jaw broken, really swollen. Alright, so that's that. Let's go to the next tweet, and that has absolutely nothing to do with Anthony Joshua. And I'm not taking away anything or JJ's abilities or anything like that. I'm just somewhat processing some of the videos that I'm seeing. I don't know if they are manufactured or anything like that. I'm not taking anybody's abilities of fighting and their win or their losses or anything like that. If, okay, there's that big if some of the thing that I'm seeing and it is taking place, and let's say for instance Mike Tyson's fight with what's this guy, Jake Paul, even though Mike Tyson been out of the ring for a very long time, I don't know, it seemed very unlikely for him to lose with somebody at this level who doesn't have that much experience. So I'm just keeping as a question mark the Mike Tyson one. I don't know if it's true or not. I think I look it up. It says that it was real. So Mike Tyson didn't dispute it. Nobody disputed. So I'm just gonna leave it as that. But if I'm looking into reality, even though Tyson has been out of the ring for a very long time, and then looking at Jake Paul, who doesn't have that much experience, and Mike Tyson been fighting since he was young, and I don't know the level, the distance since he's been retired, but it's very unlikely for Mike Tyson to lose his ability in the ring, considering his opponent. If, let's say for instance, Mike Tyson was fighting with what's this guy, he retired as well, but he's much younger than Tyson. What's his name? Let me go look it up. Floyd Mayweather. Okay, Floyd Mayweather. If Tyson were to fight with Floyd Mayweather, okay, you already know who will win that one. Okay, considering Tyson been out of the ring and Mayweather just retired, you know, in terms of, I don't know how long he's been retired, but it's a little bit more recent than Tyson. So I will bet my money on Mayweather. So when I'm looking at Tyson and what's the other guy, Jake Paul, who doesn't have that much experience, and he fought with Tyson, this I have a question mark. Okay, but I'm not saying the fight that took place was fake or anything like that. And also the recent fight that just took place, was it JJ and Jake Paul. I'm not criticizing or anything like that, and I'm not taking any abilities or credit away from anybody. They did their thing. They were the one in the ring, and I saw Jake Paul's jaw completely messed up, so it was real. But if those business people starting getting involved, trying to set up fight like WWE, I don't know. I'm not for that at all. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Okay, I might start a new video here because
I mean, Doug and I got married.
I might start a new video from this point here.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better